What's up, fellow sword dancers? Scizor Master here, and today I gotta show you guys my Dinomist Magician deck profile that I use to top 4 at locals. Now I know Dinomist and Magician don't seem like they have a heck of a lot of synergy with each other, but I'll show you right now. So the whole theory behind like having the Dinomists, and obviously you want to make Infinity, but the deck has trouble getting to, like, once you have the Bagooska and Time Pendulum Graph, you have trouble making a follow-up play after that. So I figured having the Dinomists along with a certain spell card in the Dinomist archetype lets you just keep reusing your resources and lets you put out another boss monster that becomes more difficult to deal with and is actually more of a hard counter to things like Tri-Gate Wizard and stuff like that that decks like Spiral keep pumping out. Alright, let's get going now. So 3 copies of Double Iris, 3 Harmonizing, 3 Purple Poison, 3 Wisdom Eye, 2 Black Fang. This is all just standard stuff. 1 Oath, you really only need 1 of this card, 1 White Wing, and then 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. I know some people are cutting this entirely, but the thing I like about this card is that you keep popping your stuff, so being able to just research, like, for example, if you go Sorcerer, pop a Dinomist Rex and Scale, and then some other, and you search your Joker, you can summon this, and then you grab the Rex, and then you have both pieces for Infinity. So yeah, it's pretty cool. 3 Joker, obviously. 2 Sork, just standard stuff. Then for the Dinomists, 2 copies of Dinomist Rex, and then 3 copies of Dinomist Terran. So, what Rex does is he's basically an Erebus.
Hold up.
Oh, okay, what's up? What's up?
Where's your not Ankylos? The Plesio one. Where's the Plesiosaurus?
So, if I was playing pure Dinomist, Plesios is one of the better ones, but
where's Plesio?
it doesn't do enough, okay?
It's a level 4. It does all you need it to.
Yeah, but the whole point on Terran, at least, is that obviously it would be better if it was a Stratos. But when it beats over something, it lets you add any Dinomist card from your deck to your hand. So just being able to summon it, beat over something, like if you have Bagooska up and then you summon this off of Dinomist Rush, which makes it unaffected by card effects, which means that Bagooska won't switch into defense position. You'll be able to beat over something and then get a free search for a card. The whole idea of this is just to turbo into Infinity as fast as humanly possible. And then Rex, obviously, is mostly just a way to get to Infinity. So also it's nice because Terran's a low scale, and Rex is a high scale. It adds more scales and more pendulum cards just to keep going with your plays. And then 1 Maxi. Because I activated ones at locals and let me joke about these cards here. For the spells, 3 Dinomist Charge. This is literally just a Tenki for Dinomists. You add a Dinomist from your deck to your hand, and then the other part of this card's effect, which is really good, if a Dinomist card cards is sent from your field to your extra monsters or extra deck, you get to add 1 of those cards back to your hand once per turn. So the cool thing about this is that you're always going to be able to recycle your scales, and so let's say you have the combo that I mentioned earlier with Sorcerer, Rex, and then Astrograph. So, if you have your Rex and Scale, and you Pendulum Summon out your Sorcerer, destroy your Rex, get a search for a Joker, then you go Astrograph and you have Charge on field, so these will both trigger, and then Rex will go back to hand, and then Sork will activate, and he will grab you the other Rex. So now you have both Rexes for Infinity, and then next turn you can just summon one of the best boss monsters in the game. So yeah, that's pretty cool. For the rest of the spells, we have 3 Alliance, because this card's great. 3 Wavering Eyes, because you need this in the mirror match, otherwise you lose. And it's decent against Spiral to, like, you set your scales, and then if people will, some people will just, like, go right for the scales with Sleeper, and then you just chain Wavering Eyes. And then either they negate with Tri-Gate Wizard, and then you do your stuff, or they won't, and then you just get a free search for anything, namely a Dinomist card, so you can make your Infinity, or obviously your Magician stuff just to keep going. This card sucks. This card sucks.
Moving on.
2 of this thing, because this card is really fantastic. Just lets you restore your resources and just kind of combo off infinitely. Haha, get my joke? But and then for traps, 2 Dinomist Rush. It literally just special summons a Dinomist from your deck, but it's unaffected by card effects and it dies during the end phase. So it's another way to trigger Astrograph. It's another way to, like, obviously with Bagooska up, even if it's your opponent's Bagooska, you can just summon this and it's a free, easy way to beat over Bagooska, or just push through for some damage and you have your own Bagooska up. So this card's pretty cool. Plus, again, grabs your Dynamist stuff, and then 2 of the best trap card in the game right now.
But like, it's not evenly matched.
We're gonna talk about that card.
Oh god.
Tokens.
So why are you not playing Duck Dummy?
Because it's the best card in the game, and this deck can't handle it.
Understandable.
So then, for the extra deck, 1 time star, you really only need 1 of this thing. You could play 2 if you wanted, but I've never found a need for 2. I wish this card was never printed, but it's the only reason this deck is good, so why not? 1 of this thing, just because sometimes beating over stuff, sometimes you don't want to go into lightning, or you can do, or you want to do all the damage, so like just goes for OTKs. Speaking of lightning, Dweller, just because you do have your waters, so this thing becomes a 22 monster that can negate basically anything in the grave. Shuts down Spiral, shuts down BA, all that stuff. And then Nova Infinity.
Did you just reference BA?
And that's it for the Xyz. Really, this is the best synchro. 1 Raigeki. This is kind of a proxy. This is kind of a stand-in for a second Omega. It's just there because, again, I have a second Omega. But like I guess it's useful for protecting scales if you really want. This thing actually has usage. It can burn your opponent for death, and burning, I've burned Trickstar players to death with this, and is the most satisfying thing in the world. And also being able to add back Wavering Ice during the mirror match is hilarious, and it's really disgusting. And then this card is fantastic. And then Link's, I'm not going to mention that. And then this guy, because this is really the only Link you need until we get Electromite.
So do you want to showcase your side, or?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's not really anything crazy. I'll explain.
I don't know what you're talking about. I looked at the first card and.
So.
Wait, let me just show them their name. It says number 14, Cerberus.
Greedy Saramea.
Greedy Saramea.
Can you read my dude? But so basically the whole point of this thing is that like any effect damage that is inflicted to you is inflicted to your opponent instead. So it's kind of like it's just a side for Trickstar, just like side something that you don't need, namely this card. But you'll side that out, and then you side this in theoretically against Trickstar. I've never done it before, but like it's
in theory.
In theory. So then you can just make these with 2 Rexes and then just keep burning your opponent to death. Again, burning a Trickstar player to death is the most satisfying thing in the world. So yeah. Even if it's the mirror match. 2 of this thing. I don't know why I'm playing this, to be honest with you, but like it's a thing. You certainly have some stuff in the extra deck that you don't really care about making all the time. So you just summon this. It's just an easy way to get around stuff if you really want to. 3 of this thing, it basically just says no to Spiral Boards, because when they have the 2 Firewall Dragons and then the Trigate Wizard linked to it, you'll just go over the Trigate Wizard and then the Firewalls are useless. They can special summon stuff from hand, but that's not really that big of a deal. 2 Zaphion, this is like, I summoned this against an Altergeist player when he just kept setting the Solemn Strike card, whatever that thing is, Protocol I think it's called. And then you'll just summon this, spin all their stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's also good in the mirror match, just gets rid of their scales and stuff, and it gets rid of their time graphs. It's kind of neat, and if they get rid of it, you get to draw cards, so that's always nice. 2 Lancey, I never really sided this. 2 DD Crow, just for hitting Quick Fix and stuff like that. And then 3 System now for ABC. So, yeah. So, the locals that I played against this, the round 1 was an ABC matchup, round 2 was Altergeist, round 3, I believe, was Metalfoe Spiral. And we only had 3 rounds, and then we went to top 8, and then I beat an Abyss Actor player. Metalfoe Spiral, obviously, you just kind of just activate Wavering Eyes and win. Same thing with Abyss Actor. And then, ABC, you just gotta grind them out, make sure that you stop their Buster for Dragon from being summoned.
False! Stop them from doing anything. Just play DD Crow.
Or summon Bagooska.
Don't talk to me about Bagooska.
But yeah, that's really what I have to say. And Altergeist, just try not to kill yourself because that deck is awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been Scissor Master here, and I will bullet punch you later.
Duck Dummy.
Oh!